Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland, and today I am filming our Stamp Around UK video hop, first of 2024. So today that this is going live is the 1st of January 2024, and our theme for today is embossing. So I've got a couple of wee embossing type techniques to share with you, and using products from the new mini catalogue. I'm using my new glass mat as well here. Yeah, so let's just get cracking really. So I've got perennial postage cling stamp set, Notes of Nature dies. I've used one of the long dies you'll see during the thing, and I have cut out two shapes from the perennial postage dies. These are all in your new mini catalogue, which goes live in 3 days time on the 4th of January. So I've got clear emboss powder, my Stamp Emboss Buddy. I've got a stamp that I'm going to use on the block, and so I have prepped, not my usual style, but let's just, oh, I'll never be able to use this ribbon because I'll probably never be able to get it open. And I don't have my, let's just get myself, had a lot of things put away over the holiday time, so a lot of things are kind of out of reach. I'm just not, I should have had this open. But this is Pretty Peacock gold. It's got a gold thread through it, the ribbon. It's, I'll let you see it. I've got it out to use with this card. I haven't decided how or where it's going to go, but we'll figure it out, and we might not need it, but it's just, and it's quite light, looks like it'll drape really easily. So we have that. I've cut a shape from this beautiful shimmer paper. You'll find this in the annual catalogue. It comes in quite a few colours. It's a pack with about 5 sheets in different colours. I will, when I blog this card, if you go to JazzleDazzle.stampinup.net, you will find all the details of what I've used in this. I'm going to use that sentiment. I've practiced, I just did it on black. However, I'm going to heat emboss that, and I think that's what we'll do first. We've got a square card today. I think I'm going to do quite a lot of square cards because I kind of have too many of the normal cards at home. So I am going to heat emboss this with Pretty Peacock. Does that intrigue you? Because I don't have Pretty Peacock embossing powder. How am I going to do that? Have you any idea how I'm going to do that? So I've cut out the shape already. I've done the die cutting already because otherwise it would be quite a long card to make, and I would like you to go around and see all the other videos in this hop and get loads of inspiration for embossing. And I've started off all wrong. So clever me can't even show you how to do it. Right, okay. So starting off with a clean stamp, I have used my Emboss Buddy to get rid of any greasy or oily spots, fingerprints, etc. But what I'm going to do is ink up my stamp with our sticky ink Versamark. Get a good coating of that on the letters, and then dip it in Pretty Peacock. Stamp it where I want it to be. It just fits nicely in this shape if I've got it straight. It's a bit squint, but we'll go with arty angle, will we? I might have put the sticker on the stamp squint. And then you're saying, oh wow, very good, but that's not embossed, Janice. So here we go. Clear emboss powder. And you'll see, because I need to get rid of, got us just a little bit of fluff or something got in there. That's it. clear embossing powder over the top, and because I stamped in the Versamark, put the stamp in the Versamark first, the Versamark is on top of the colour. I'm actually just going to keep this here because it just stops my particular like glaring on the glass mat, but I adore my glass mat. Love it. So now I need those tweezers that go with my embossing set. And let's heat emboss this. Just if you need to turn your sound down, then go ahead, turn it down. So I'm not sure how well you can see that on camera, but that is well and truly embossed and raised. So it just looks fab. And so now you know that technique, you can emboss with any colour. Isn't that clever? Sometimes I think I'm clever, but of course sometimes I'm not clever. So I'm just going to use my wet glue and just glue that onto the speciality. Well, that's the theory if the glue comes out. I just started filming and I haven't checked to see if I've got a glue that works. One of them, I've got 4 bottles here, one of them will. They all will eventually, but there we go. Second time lucky, that's all right. Whoops. So I'm just going to pop that on there and then leave it to dry. Just because that is speciality paper and it's got a finish on it, so it might just take a wee bit longer for the glue to grab. So I'm actually going to do is just put my block over the top of it there, and that will dry flat now. So I don't need that anymore. So I have a layer of white, and I've got 4 of these that are cut from the Notes of Nature dies. Now they're longer than my square, but what I'm going to do is stick them down. So this will just take a minute or two just to get them all stuck down. But so what happens was, because I'm doing white on white and I'm sticking these die cuts on, what you're getting here is faux embossing, pretend embossing. But also if you look at these dies, not only has the clever die cut this out, it has also embossed the leaves. So we can, some of our dies will emboss for us, and I particularly like it when you do it, well, you know, colour, the same colour on same colour, tone on tone, whatever you want to call that. And I like white on white, as you probably know. Let's just do it. So that one will be going, that one goes that way, and that one goes that way, and that one goes. So we'll do the 2 outside ones first, because then we can spread out so that this leaf goes to the top. So I'm just adding dots of glue on the solid bits. So we have used an heat embossing with our ink. Our dies have embossed this, and then we're sticking this on to the same colour and creating a faux embossing technique. Where's my tweezers? They would help with this a bit. Look. Let's give it a minute to get a hold. I might need to just pop a dot of glue here and a bit here. On this card, this is probably the bit that will take the longest, but we're halfway there. So again, just want to this time remember to put a bit on the top one. Just spreading out some dots of glue. You don't want too much glue or else it'll just leak out all over your card. Right. Right, so I'm just trying to be careful not to put too much. I'm using wet glue because it just gives you that moment to move it a bit. So there we have our faux embossing. I'm just going to trim the excess off. You see these wee bits just sticking out. It's like an embossed background, and then we're just, of course you can use our embossing folders as well, and you can ink them up too. That's a whole other video. But that's someone else in this hop will probably show you that too. Just layered that onto my card base, and again I'm using wet glue so that I've got a bit of wiggle room till I'm happy that that's straight. And then I've got some ribbon left here. I've got my sentiment, and I've got my gems. And these gems are called Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock Foil gems. Again, they are in the new mini catalogue, and so is this ribbon. So I'm just going to cut a bit of ribbon off, and I'll just decide later what I don't think it's a bow I'm after. Let's see. Let's just have a wee dry run. So I want that about there. So I'm just thinking I just want a little, right, so let's just a little show of ribbon at the back. So I think the way to achieve that is probably to pop a bit of, I did have some here. I do have tape runner to our seal, but I've got some of our tear and tape right here, so let's just use a bit of tear and tape. You could use glue dots, they work equally well with ribbon. But wet glue, no. So I'm just using these because they just happen to be out. Do have lots of other tools. I've got to take your pick tool, I have them all. But right, where's my little bit of ribbon that I was wanting to play with? Because I've kind of forgotten what I was doing. What was in my head? Just a bit of I just want a little bit of ribbon showing. Okay, that'll be fine. Right, so I need dimensionals, and I did have them sitting here all ready to do this card. And they've hidden themselves. Here they are. And I had everything out. Right, so I'm going to just trim the top of this. I just want to make sure it's caught. And then just... Oh, it just really is a pretty ribbon. And then we just want a good amount of dimensionals on here. And what I will do is kind of use the dimensionals to keep the ribbon stuck to. Bit of overkill, but I don't want that ribbon coming off. So that. So there's a lot of interest in this card with our 2 different types of embossing. Well, 3 really. Oh, that's lifting. I think I want to put another one here. Yeah, just to stop that lifting effect. Right, have we got all the backs? One more. And you need to come out of there because you're not welcome here. Right, so there is. So which way does the card open? That way. And then we'll just pop this here. Just wherever it makes you feel happy. And then oh, I can see my pokey tool. Let's just get this open first. So really it's kind of white and pretty peacock and gold. So it's, you know, still a pretty fab card. And we'll just pop. I'll leave it at that just now. Might want to add more later, I don't know. But there you have my card using embossing for our Stamp Around UK video hop. So please go into the description box below and see the links to everyone else's card, and please hop round and leave us some positive comments, please, and to keep us going. It encourages us to keep going, and it's good to know that you're watching, and also it does help us to be seen on the channel by other people. So thank you so much. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one.